okay. I'd seen Arlene's work in Fernwood and in Victoria, and I was showing some sculptures at Sculpture Splash, and she said, I've got a show coming up. Do you want to show some sculptures with my paintings or 2D work? And I looked at it and thought it was a good fit, and we talked about it, and she told me the name she was thinking about, and I thought that suited my work as well. And it was a fairly, liquid decision. It just happened quickly, it flowed well, and so, yeah.
And I've been excited about Kent's work for a long time, and feeling not only I would like to show with him and have his work out, but I would like Victoria to be able to appreciate what he's doing and feel something different in marble and stone than they maybe have felt or seen before. And a little bit of a contemporary idea mixed with a very ancient technique. And I think Kent does that beautifully. And so I wanted him to show with me in this theme of temporal landmarks, which we both related to, something about time and markers in time. You were talking about stone and how you feel about that as far as time goes.
Yeah, I've been doing sort of landscapes that measure time in some measurement, whether it's looking at the geological scales of time through stone in contrast to biological scales of people, timepieces with carving landscapes like water, where it's more just an ebb and flow or motion, or the pieces in the front that are more fabric oriented, like a human landscape, like t-shirts, socks, things that relate to more traditional marble carving of drapery, neoclassical folding of material. So doing my own laundry basically in stone, and then the Blackstone series being more about something more indistinguishable, or some type of marker that's more intangible. So a lot of those pieces are at a high polish, so they move, the light moves on them when I move, so I don't really know what I'm looking at, so it's almost abstracting itself as I'm carving it or as I'm looking at it. So I thought that worked well with Arlene's work. Yeah.
Yes, the black stone, my daughter was saying how it feels like a little bit like you can enter into it and feel a kind of a calmness in a way. Some of it a little bit more exciting, like the conversation piece, which is a little bit more animated, but the other work is got a lot of stuff going on in it, so you can sort of move from one to the other and back and forth. I thought it made a good show for people to have these different feelings. And another thing that I really like about the t-shirts in marble and socks in marble, it kind of feels the same as what I'm doing with memories shown as stuff, and maybe material that could be fabric, it could be anything, it's rubbish or whatever, as separate from and out from the landscape and the combination of land and the stuff that we make and what that is, and places that we've lived and the memories and whether we hold on to them or let them go and float away. All of those themes are kind of, I feel, in both your work and mine in a way.
Yeah, I think they're both memory-based, and they both have a certain weight to them, and yeah, that was something that related, there's something common that linked my work to Arlene's, so.
Yeah. And place is very important. I mean, the fact that your marble came from a place where you had experience is attractive to me too, and interesting. We don't have that kind of marble around us right here. So,
yeah. Well, I'm happy to be showing with Arlene, and there is marble here in Tassus up Island.
Oh yeah.
But this stone just, it's from a long time ago for me, and they were carved in 2010, but I think they're more about periods in my life in the 90s, where the white stone references more something tangible like T-shirts or fabric in the Renaissance, and I think that these stones fit more with your work because of the qualities of memory, or how you talked about places you'd been, experiences you'd had, and I don't think I really had a context for those pieces of mine until you started talking about your work, and it seemed like a good place, a good fit for them.
Yeah. Kind of an interesting thing happened for me when I was doing this series, is when I started the landscapes that were familiar to me and adding abstract material in front or above or beyond or coming from who knows where, and nobody knows what it was. So they're quite different and separate. But as I moved along and painted one after the other, I finally was painted the BC forest with some Alberta pipelines. And what happened? They became more integrated. The pipes were sort of embedded in the forest here and there and not so separate and out there. And I thought, oh yeah, I grew up in Alberta and I live in BC. Maybe some of these things become integrated. I don't know. So you get insights, or I do, any from what I'm doing. Yeah, it's quite fun, exciting. I enjoyed meeting your friend.